Hey, this is Dan Benson. Today I'd like to show you how I made a mailbox sensor to tell if the mail has been delivered. I call this project You've Got Mail. I had two problems that this project solved. First, my mailbox is quite a ways from my house, and it's uphill both ways. The second, the mail doesn't seem to come at a predictable time. Sometimes the mail comes at 12:30 in the afternoon, and other times it doesn't come until 5:30. I'm too lazy to run up to the mailbox to check to see if the mail's come, so I made this little project to help me out. I used a detector in the mailbox to sense whether the mailbox door was opened, and an Arduino board to flash an LED when the mailbox door has been opened. I got carried away with this project and added a second LED on the outside of the mailbox. This is visible when we drive up, indicating that there's mail. Hey, why stop the car at the mailbox if we don't have to? And then I added an LED strip to illuminate the outside of the mailbox at night. I used an Arduino board for the logic and control. I will describe the sensor setup first, then I will describe the indicator light setup, and finally, the Arduino code that controls the logic. For the sensor, I used a reed switch glued to the inside of the mailbox and a magnet on the door. Opening the door changes the state of the reed switch. I got the reed switch for about $1 on eBay. Of course, I had to adjust the position of the magnet to make sure the magnet tripped the reed switch without hitting it. I tried a bunch of things for the indicator, but finally settled on a bright LED. The one I used was an Endor Star LED that I had laying around. This LED is controlled by a Lux drive constant current drive. The Lux drive is controlled by two pins named control and reference in this diagram. If these pins are open, the LED is on, and if these pins are shorted, the LED turns off. As an extra bonus, I put an LED strip on the outside of the mailbox. This illuminates the house numbers at night and is controlled by a photoelectric cell. All this is powered by a 12-volt deep cycle RV battery that's charged with a solar panel. Now, let's look at the Arduino code. It's not fancy, but it gets the job done. First, I define some pins. Look at the remarks to see what these pins do. The LED built-in pin is what I use to drive the small LED on the side of the mailbox. Now we get to the loop. First, I look to see if the LDR pin is high. If it's high, then it's dark outside, and I turn on the MOSFET gate, which in turn lights the LED strip to illuminate the house number on the outside of the mailbox. Now we see if the mailbox is opened. Let's examine what happens as we step through the loop. We'll start by picking up the mail. When we open the door, the button state changes. Since YGM was 4, remember, there was mail when we opened the door. We incremented YGM, and since YGM was more than 4, it set back to 1. Well, at any rate, now we close the door because we picked up the mail. The button state has changed, and now the YGM variable is 2. The mail person comes, opens the door, puts the bills inside. The state changes again, and now the YGM variable is 3. Now the mail person closes the door, the state changes again and YGM is incremented. But this time, the YGM is 4, and we start flashing our LEDs. You can see that the LED is on for about 150 milliseconds and off for 1500 milliseconds. That's all there is to it. I hope you've enjoyed learning about my little project. Thanks for watching.